Source Podcast.
So, hello, Techosaurs. This is episode 122, and I am your host today. And this is
Melissa.
Michelle.
Anna.
And by the time this is released, it will be Halloween.
Halloween. Ooh, Halloween.
That sounded so like you didn't mean it, but
It just sounded like she
came
was
out.
tired. It just came. But yeah, so today will be, or when it's released, it'll be Halloween. So everyone be safe when you guys get out there. Sadly, we didn't get to dress up today. So, but it's okay. We as adults. But since it's Halloween, I thought we could talk about something.
Mothers.
Something scary today. Oh.
I'm ready.
Now, I know Melissa probably knows the story of this, but I'm going to be talking about this Japanese urban legend about the Hachishakusama, which is known as the 8 feet tall woman.
Good thing I brought popcorn. We'll be listening.
I'll hear you crunching.
yeah, you're just a rapper.
Right. So Hachishakusama means 8 feet tall. And this Hachishakusama is known to be an 8 feet tall woman with long black hair and long unnaturally elongated limbs.
Okay.
And so she's known to be wearing like a white gown, typical ghost.
Typical
portrayal.
Pora.
Yeah, with a white. Well, then she wears like this long white brim hat, like a summer hat, like to cover her face, kind of thing.
Like
And-
the triangle hat? Or
No,
like
it's
the
like a
big
really
rim?
like a sun hat, but
Oh,
the rim here is like really long, kind of thing. It's from
Kinda
what I've seen.
Like a beach hat.
Yeah, like a beach hat.
Oh, kind of like what Katara wears when she's pretending to be that spirit.
Kind of, yeah, just without the drape. Kinda,
Yeah.
And so she tends to target children, and apparently people also say she tends to target like young men too, but the story that I know of the urban legend, it was mainly about children.
Oh.
And so she's basically a stalker. Like she'll stalk them like for a long time. Or I don't know about a long time, but she stalks them and then she like abducts them.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was going to say, it's like, does she do more than just stalk?
Yeah, she is also known to have a master of disguise. So she has the ability to like change forms to family and relatives of the victim that she's targeting. And then so she's able to also like mimic their voices, kind of thing. And so they say any encounter or anyone who encounters her, the victim will die within a few days. Kind of thing, like she's like she kind of favors them if she favors you, kind of thing. But there are like resolutions. Most people say like that person
Resolutions? Wait.
yeah, resolutions.
Oh, okay.
I guess that's the way.
Yeah.
I guess a way to avoid it.
Oh.
To avoid her is
okay.
most people say they usually have that person who was favored by her have to leave the country like within those few days.
Oh, country, not just
Yeah.
town or village?
No, it's like within like the actual country, because apparently they say that she hunts them down basically.
Oh.
And she just can't leave Japan?
Yeah, she just can't leave Japan specifically. But I don't know if it's like
Oh.
if they've done that before where they move her to the next town. But from this note, from the story that I will probably relay later, it's more happens in the countryside
Okay.
rather than the city, because I don't know about the city portion.
Yeah, that's why I was confused. It's like, so yeah, the whole country and not just the village.
I would say,
I would say the whole
'cause I
country.
feel like she would still hunt them down because it's still
Kind of like
their whereabouts kind of thing.
like the Hmong tradition kind of thing, where you have to change your whole name and stuff.
So they can't find you.
Yeah,
type of
kind of
thing.
But their
I'm
way
gonna
to
say it's
avoid
probably
it,
the
because
same
the
name.
story, I think they ended up leaving out the whole country, and they ended up going to like the states or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then even though like they're adults, they're still not allowed to come over
Oh.
because of her, kind of thing, because she's still looking for them, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then significance that they have is it serves as a modern cautionary tale, warning of the dangers of the unknown and presence of evil in the world, is what they stated. So I will be telling the story. This is a Reddit story. Sorry, I'm switching to the electronic.
Was that like some context to?
Yeah, because they don't really tell you about it. It's based the way the urban legend is based off from a child's point of view, kind of thing.
The story is?
Yeah, of being favored by her. So, oh, she also has a distinct sound, and it's like po, like she says po, P-O. But for me, because I listened it through
Sorry, I just thought funny. I just hear her go, po, po.
it's funny because most of her
Po.
was, I don't know if you listened to it or you
I've listened to some. At first, I read it first, and then I listened to some people's version of Poe, of how she says it, and I was thinking
a high pitch
like a high pitched
girl voice.
kind of like yearning, kind of scary, eerie Poe. That's what I was thinking of.
Like, po.
No.
Like,
No. It was just to me it just sounded like a regular girl's voice that you
Like
kind of
Poe.
hear and you're
Yeah.
kinda,
po kind of thing.
yeah, and it's just kind of one of those things where you're just kind of like, the hell?
Did I hear that?
Did I hear what I hear? But then like there's a sense of like
Weirdness or like
yeah, eeriness to it.
uneasiness.
Uneasiness to it. Sense of like
she's looking for a po?
yeah, like kind of like she's
That's like her known voice, like when you know she's around, kind of thing.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's how I'm thinking of it.
Yeah.
It makes sort of sense because, what is it? Because Chow's best friend, I'm sure he doesn't care that I say his name. Popo?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Popo is kind of like a generic family name for like the youngest boy.
Oh, uh-huh.
So I was just like Po. So it could be that.
Yeah,
Like a little child. Like
because,
a baby that she's
Oh.
looking for.
the Reddit this asshole I read it, watched or I listened to the guys explain the story. So the way he portrayed it was because since she can imitate people's voices and she's known for her really low voices, really low voice, they displayed it as a really low man's voice, as
Yeah.
Po.
And
Oh.
So it's like a Po, like
Oh,
a really low husky voice that you would hear during the day.
yeah, no, that's not what I thought
Oh,
of.
Which is
that's
the thing,
fair.
yeah. She doesn't like favor you like at night, like she sees you at night. She's like there during the day, but she targets I think children that are usually like by themselves or like outside by themselves,
Mm-hmm.
where there's like no parent or anyone there. But let me go back to the story. This is how it begins. So it says, my grandparents lived in Japan. Every summer, my parents would take me there on holidays to visit them. They live in a small village and they have a big backyard. I loved to play there during the summer. When we arrived, my grandparents always welcomed me with open arms. I was their only grandchild and they spoiled me. Last time I saw them was the summer when I was 8 years old. As usual, my parents booked a flight to Japan and we drove to the airport to my grandparents' house. They were delighted to see me and had a lot of presents to give me. My parents wanted to have some time by themselves after a few days. They took a trip to another part of Japan, leaving me in the care of my grandma and my grandpa. One day, I was playing out in the backyard, and my grandparents were inside. It was a hot summer's day, and I laid down in the grass to rest. I stared up at the clouds and enjoyed the feeling of the soft rays of the sun and gentle breeze. Just as I was about to get up, I heard a strange sound, and it was the po, po, po sound. Okay, so I didn't know what it was, and it was hard to figure out where it was coming from. It sounded almost like someone making the noise themselves, as if they were just saying po, 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 over and over again in a deep masculine voice. I was looking around searching for the source of the noise, and then I suddenly noticed something on top of the tall hedges that enclosed the backyard. It was a straw hat. It wasn't resting on the hedge, it was behind it. That's where the sound was coming from. Po, po, po. Then the hat began to move, as if someone was wearing it. The hat stopped at a small gap in the hedge, and I could see a face peering through. It was a woman, but the hedges were high, almost 8 feet tall. I was surprised at how tall the woman was. I wondered if she was wearing stilts or some sort of huge high heels. Then a split second later, she walked off and strange noise disappeared with her, fading in the distance. Bewildered, I got up and wandered back into the house. My parents in the kitchen were drinking tea. I sat down at the table, and after a while, I told my grandparents what I have seen. They weren't really paying attention to me until I mentioned that the distinct sound, po, po, po. As soon as I said that, both of them suddenly froze. Grandma's eyes grew wide, and she covered her mouth with her hand. Grandpa's face became very serious, and he grabbed me by the arm. This is very important," he said, in an intense voice. "You must tell us exactly. How tall was she?" "As tall as the garden hedge," I replied. Beginning to get scared, my grandfather bombarded me with questions. "Where was she standing? When did this happen? What did you do? Did she see you?" I tried to ask all his questions as best as I could, and suddenly he rushed out into the hallway and made a phone call. I couldn't hear what he was saying. I looked at my grandma, and she was trembling. Grandpa came barging into the room and spoke to my grandmother. "I've got to go out for a while," he said. "You stay here with the child. Don't take your eyes off of him for a second." "What's going on, Grandpa?" I cried. He looked at me with a sad expression in his eyes and said, "You've been liked by the Hachishakusama." With that, he hurried out and got into his truck and drove off. I turned to my grandmother and cautiously asked, "Who is Hachishakusama?" "Don't worry," she said in a shaking voice. "Grandpa will do something. There's no need for you to worry." As we sat nervously in the kitchen waiting for my grandpa to come back, she explained what was happening. She told me that there was a dangerous thing that was haunting the area. They call it the Hachishakusama because of its height. In Japanese, Hachishakusama means 8 feet tall. It takes on the appearance of an extremely tall woman, and it makes a sound like po 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 in a deep male voice. It appears slightly differently depending on who sees it. Some say it looks like a haggard old woman in a kimono. Others say it is a girl in a white funeral shroud. One thing that never changes is its height and the sound it makes. A long time ago, it was captured by monks, and they managed to confine it in a ruined building on the outskirts of the village. They trapped it using 4 small religious statues called jizos, and that they placed it at the north, south, east, and west of the ruins. It wasn't supposed to be able to move from there. Somehow, it managed to escape. The last time it appeared was 15 years ago. My grandmother said that anyone who saw the 8 feet tall was destined to die within a few days. It all sounded crazy. I wasn't sure what to believe. When Grandpa came back, there was an old woman with him, and she introduced herself as Kei-san and handed me a small crumpled piece of parchment, saying, "Here, take this and hold it." Then she said to Grandpa, she and Grandpa went upstairs to do something. I was left alone in the kitchen with my grandmother again. I needed to go to the toilet. Granny followed me to the bathrooms and would not let me shut the door. I was beginning to get really frightened by all of this. After a while, Grandpa and Kei-san took me upstairs and brought me into my bedroom. The windows were covered in newspapers and lots of ancient runes that had been written on them. There were small bowls of salt in all 4 corners of the room, and a small Buddha figure placed at the center of the room on the top of a wooden box. There was also a bright blue bucket. "What's the bucket for?" I asked. "That's for your pee and poo," Grandpa replied. Kei-san sat me down on the bed and said, "Soon the sun will be setting, so listen carefully. You must stay in this room until tomorrow morning. You must not come out under any circumstances until 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Your mother or your grandmother and your grandfather will not speak to you or call you until then. Remember, do not leave the room for any reason until then. I will let your parents know what is going on," she spoke, in such grave tone that all I could do was quietly nod my head. "You have to follow Kei-san's instructions to the letter," Grandpa told me, "and never let go of the parchment she gave you. And if anything happens, pray to Buddha, and make sure you lock this door when we leave." They walked out into the hallway, and after saying goodbye to them, I closed the bedroom door and locked it. I turned on the TV and tried to watch, but I was so nervous. I felt sick to my stomach. Grandpa had left me some snacks and rice balls for me, but I couldn't eat them. I felt like I was in prison. I was very depressed and scared. I lay down on the bed and waited. Before I knew it, I was asleep. I woke up and it was just after 1 a.m. All of a sudden, I realized something was tapping on the window. Tap, tap, tap. I felt the blood draining from my face and my heart skipped a beat. I desperately tried to calm myself down, telling myself it was just the wind playing tricks, or maybe the branches of a tree. I turned up the volume on the TV to drown out the tapping noise. Eventually, it stopped altogether. That was when I heard Grandpa calling me. "Are you okay in there?" he asked. "If you're scared, you don't have to stay in there all alone. I can come in and keep you company." I smiled and I rushed over to the open door, but then I stopped in my tracks. I had goosebumps all over my body. It sounded like Grandpa's voice, but somehow it was different. I couldn't tell what it was, but I just knew. "What are you doing?" Grandpa asked. "You can open the door now." I glanced to my left and a chill went down my spine. The salt in the bowls were slowly turning black. I backed away from the door and my whole body was trembling with fear. I fell to my knees in the front of the Buddha statue and clutched a piece of parchment tightly in my hand. I started desperately praying for help. "Please save me from the Hachishakusama," I wailed, and then I heard a voice outside the door saying, "Po, po, po." The tapping on the window started up again, and I was overcome by fear, and I crouched in front of the statue, half crying and half praying for the rest of the night. I felt like it would never end, but eventually it was morning. The salt in all 4 bowls was pitch black. I checked my watch. It was 7:30. I cautiously opened the door, and Grandma and Kei-san were standing outside waiting for me. When she saw my face, my grandma burst into tears. "I'm so glad you're still alive," she said. I went downstairs and was surprised to see my father and my mother sitting in the kitchen. Grandpa came and said, "Hurry, we have to get going." We went to the front door and there was a large black van waiting in the driveway. Several men in the village were standing around it, pointing at me and whispering, "That's the boy." The van was a 9-seater and they put me in the middle, surrounded by 8 men. Kei-san was in the driver's seat. The man on my left looked down at me and said, "You've got yourself in quite a spot of trouble. I know you're probably worried. Just keep your head down and your eyes shut. We can't see it, but you can. Don't open your eyes until we got you safely out of here." Grandpa drove in front, and my dad's car was following behind. When everyone was ready, our little convoy started moving. We were going fairly slow, around 20 kilometers per hour, or maybe less. After a while, Kei-san said, "This is where it gets hard," and started muttering prayer under her breath. That was when I heard the voice. Po, po, po. I clutched the parchment paper Kei-san has given me tightly in my hand. I kept my head down, but I peeked outside. I saw a white dress fluttering in the breeze. It was moving along with the van. It was Hachishakusama. She was outside the window, but she was keeping pace with us. Then suddenly she bent down and peered into the van. "No!" I gasped. The man beside me shouted, "Close your eyes!" I immediately shut my eyes as hard as I could and tightened my grip on the piece of parchment paper. Then the tapping began. Tap, 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 tap. The voice became louder. Po, 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 po. There was tapping on the windows all around us. All the men in there were startled and on edge, muttering nervously to themselves. They couldn't see 8 feet tall, and they couldn't hear her voice, but they could hear her tapping the windows. Kei-san started praying louder and louder until she was almost shouting. The tension inside the tension inside the van was unbearable. After a while, the tapping stopped and the voice disappeared. Kei-san looked back at us and said, "I think we're safe now." All of the men around me breathed in silent relief. The van pulled me over to the side of the road and the men got out. They transferred me into my dad's road and then the men got out. They transferred me into... Oh, I should probably read again. They transferred me to my dad's car and my mother held me close and tears were running down her cheeks. Grandpa and my father bowed down to the men and they went on their way. Kei-san came to the window and asked me to show her the piece of parchment paper she has given me. When I opened my hand, I saw that it had gone completely black. "I think you'll be okay now," she said. "But just to be sure, hold on to this for a while." She handed me a new piece of parchment. After that, we drove straight to the airport and Grandpa saw us safely to the plane. When we took off, my parents breathed a sigh of relief. My father told me that he had heard about the 8 feet tall before. Years ago, his friend has been liked by her. The boy disappeared and was never seen again. My father said that there were other people who had been liked by her and lived to tell about it. They have all left Japan and settled down in foreign countries. They were never able to go back to their homeland. She's always chooses children as their victims. They say it's because children are dependent on their parents and family members. This makes them easier to deceive, and she poses as their relatives. She says the men in the van were all blood relatives of mine, and that they all have been sitting all around me, and why my father and grandpa have been driving in the front and the back. It was all done to try to confuse Hachishakusama. It took a while to contact everyone to get them there all together, so that's why I had to be confined in a room all night. He told me that one of the little Jizo statues, the ones that were meant to keep her trapped, had been broken, and that's how she escaped. It gave me chills. I was glad when we finally got back home. All of this happened more than 10 years ago. I haven't seen my grandparents since then. I haven't been able to do so much to set foot in the country. Afterwards, I will call them every few weeks to talk to them on the phone. Over the years, I try to convince myself that it was just an urban legend, that everything that happened was just an elaborate prank. But sometimes I'm not sure. My grandfather died 2 years ago when I was sick, and he wouldn't allow me to visit him, and he left strict instructions in his will that I would not attend his funeral. It was very sad. My grandmother called me a few days ago, and she said she had been diagnosed with cancer. She missed me terribly and wanted to see me one last time before she died. "Are you sure, Grandma?" I asked. "Is it safe?" "It's been 10 years, she said. "All that happened a long time ago, it's all forgotten. We've all grown up now. I'm sure there won't be a problem." But what about Hachishakusama?" I said. For a moment there was a silence on the other end of the phone. Then I heard the deep masculine voice saying, "Po, po, po." And that was the end of the story.
He was talking to his grandma, and he heard that over the phone.
Yeah.
Meaning it wasn't his grandma.
that
I
it
mean, it
wasn't
wasn't
his
his
grandma.
grandmother.
It was the Hachishakusama trying to
Yeah.
lure him back.
Yeah. So what's y'all's opinion?
I just felt so bad for him. He's 8 years old, and he goes through all this.
Yeah.
That's so much trauma. Poor boy. That's all I kept thinking. Poor boy. He was just having fun. Literally touching grass.
And then out of nowhere, this chalky woman comes and decides to like him.
Yeah. I'm trying to see to get the...
Honestly, I would believe any urban legends from Japan or from East Asia or just Asia in general.
Yeah, because I was just sitting there, I was like, ooh, this is not that bad. Like, it's not too scary, but, the more you kind of linger on it, I'm just like, oh, that's actually kind of scary.
Poor boy.
Yeah, it's because every culture has their own urban legend about a woman dressed in white with long black hair and stuff. Because when you were talking about it and you said that she targets children, all I thought about was La Llorona.
Yeah.
How she's always searching for her children and kidnapping or taking the children and drowning them or whatever. So yeah, it reminded me of that.
Yeah, because I even tried to look for, the origins of her story, but no people really know, the origin of how she became...
The Hachishakusama.
Yeah, Hachishakusama. Because from what I was reading is that her story can go like from way back in the old eras, the old periods.
Yeah.
Where they saw a distinct similar figure.
Oh.
But they can't really distinguish if it's the same woman or if it's just coincidentally the same. They look the same. But yeah. But scary, especially since he had to stay overnight in the room
by himself.
Oh. Was it? It'd be like Rowan.
Yeah, that
in
would
the
literally
room
be
by
Rowan.
himself.
He would not make it.
He was really smart though to stop. He almost opened the door.
Like he almost opened the door. That's all I was just like, that's Rowan.
No, I kid when I say that, but it's hard to imagine him, going through that. And knowing how he is, he probably would survive it because he's very like to the T type
Like
thing.
if we told him not to do
Mom
certain
told me
things.
not to do that, so I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's very to the T, so I know for a fact that he would listen. I mean, he'll be scared shitless.
Yeah.
Like that little boy, but and he'll probably be like crying and screaming and stuff like that, but I'm pretty sure he would follow the directions to a T.
I think it would be more of what the grandparents' point of view was because they could not, regardless of anything happens, they were not allowed to open the door.
Yeah, and listening to him like
completely
screaming and crying. Yeah, and you couldn't.
And they
open
can't
the
do
door.
anything. Yeah, that's why when he finally opened the door at 7:30, they were just like in tears.
Yeah, no. I don't know. I've been lucky enough to where I have not come across anything supernatural.
Lucky you.
Yeah. Lucky me, I'm happy. I'm glad that I haven't yet so far. Knock on wood.
Yeah.
I say I'm not either, but like there'll be some times where like my eyes see some things and I'm just like, I'm probably just tired, kind of thing. Like I just brush it off because I'm like, no way, kind of thing. But not like these two, okay?
Yeah, you two
They're
are very
magnets.
sensitive to that stuff.
Yeah. I'm not as sensitive as Anna, but
That's true.
Especially all the incidents that we already told in our podcast. You know, like
back in season 1, like episode, I don't know, was it like 4 something? I don't know.
I don't remember how far back
Yeah,
that
it
was.
was season
early.
1. Yeah, it was early in the podcast when we
But
talked
yeah.
about it.
Let me see. Is this the one that sounds like? Whoops.
Is called as the child once she fixes on you, she should walk.
I'm trying to hear.
If she reach disappearance.
This is the one I watched, but sorry, ad.
There's an ad.
There's something deep. The hat began to move. It stopped at a small. I was
Excuse
surprised at
me.
how tall it appeared with her, fading into the distance.
Oh, I think I
Oh.
missed it.
Shoes.
I heard it.
A split second later, she walked
Oh, was it?
and the strange noise
Yeah, you heard it.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
into the distance.
Right there.
Confused,
Kinda,
I got
yeah.
up and ran back
Po.
into the house. My grandparents were in the kitchen.
Yeah, see, this one they made it sound like a scary noise, kind of noise. But I think the
Oh.
one I listened to, it was like a man with a really low voice saying "po," and I was just like, that made it even scarier. But
Yeah, that one, it sounded almost like a drum, kind of.
kinda, yeah.
Like a really low bass drum.
Tilts ahead.
No, woman. I don't know. I have to look for it. Maybe it's this one. No.
Comedic relief.
That's like in the beginning when we're trying to figure out how it sounds. We're trying to tell this like this.
And I was all,
Not
no.
Not gonna lie, the first thing I thought of was Teletubbies Poe.
Yeah.
Poe.
Yeah.
House was silent, deeply into the wood.
No, I don't know. I tried to look for it, but
Yeah.
it was like a very man voice. I don't know if you remember what it sounded like, or if that was one that you heard.
I think it's the same one that I remember you hearing. It was really low. And it was very,
Eerie sounding.
Was it short, like that, like po, po, or was it more like a po?
It was a short poe.
it was a short
Oh.
po.
That's a short
Yeah.
po.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'll probably have to look for it after this episode. But yeah, that was my episode was the 8-foot tall lady. It's kind of scary because I don't think they even like distinguish what her face looks like, because that's the whole point of her hair and the hat was to disguise her face. So you didn't even know what she looked like.
Yeah, that's scary. No, thank you.
And then the fact when they were in the car, I don't like they said they had to drive. I don't know if they had to drive a certain speed,
Yeah,
because the boy just made it sound like they were driving really slow.
20 kilometers, so that's like 40 miles an hour.
Yeah, but
Oh shit! And then they can't.
the fact that she was just walking with it.
Yeah. Because he said that she was able to catch up.
Yeah.
I
And
think I did that right. But yeah.
But yeah, I was just like,
I was looking up.
I was like, I would love to visit the countryside of Japan, but there's a buttload of like scary stories that involves with the countryside of Japan.
It's just like that one other Japanese urban legend about that
I'm sorry.
smiling
12
girl.
miles.
Okay,
it's
sorry.
12 miles per hour.
12 miles.
I went to the wrong side of the
That's
decimal.
still pretty scary. That's
Yeah.
still pretty fast.
Which one is the one with the smile?
The one where like she kind of randomly comes up to you like in a subway. Or
Oh,
whatever.
that's the Am I Pretty girl.
Yeah, the Am I
The
Pretty
Am
girl.
I Pretty lady. But that one's in the
Can
city.
you not ignore her?
Like that's the thing. Like depending on how you answer,
You have to
She-
answer her a certain way.
yeah, she will do something to you depending on how you answer.
There's a lot of religions that
Yeah.
are kind of like that, where it's
Like-
choices.
Like
it
people
depends on
say,
the choice you
yeah,
make.
people will say that they'll just be on the subway and like a random ass lady will come and like sit next to them or like stand in front of them, and then she'll kind of ask, like, "Am I pretty?"
But she's scary looking?
I think at that time from the story, she has a face mask on, so she
Yeah.
has a surgical mask on, so
Yeah.
you can't tell.
You can't tell.
And then she'll ask you that, and
Mm-hmm.
then depending on your answer, she'll take it off, and then you'll see her long slit mouth, and she'll ask you the same question, and depending on how you answer that, she'll kill you.
Yeah.
Either way, they say that she'll kill you.
Yeah. Either
but-
way, you're gonna answer. She kills you unless you like outsmart her.
yeah, unless
somehow.
you outsmart her or something like that.
Damn.
Because I think from what I said, to avoid that, you have to know her name, like her real name, or something like that.
Oh.
That's what people say. Like if you say not as, or like something involving her name, and then she kind of gets confused a bit,
Mm-hmm.
and then usually I think she kind of runs, like you redirect her somewhere else with that question.
Oh.
Is what I heard.
Ugh.
Because there's another a religion about in the countryside of Japan where there's like this white little scarecrow that people see from afar,
Uh-huh.
and it moves like really weird, and they're not supposed to like look at it for too long, or you kind of go crazy, kind of thing.
Oh. So it's kind of like this. Nope, I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything.
Kind of things. Because there's people who will sit there and want to kind of look at it, but then like I think if you're at like a certain distance, or like you try like use binoculars or something, those people go crazy.
Okay.
And so that they usually lock them up because they kind of go crazy. It's like some kind of urban legend like that.
Okay, well, going back to your 8-foot lady, are there ways to like avoid being liked, or is it kind of like if you get liked, that's it?
I think so. I think if you see her, you're not supposed to like interact with her. I think that's why his grandparents were concerned if he saw her, like her face, which he did between the hedges.
Between the hedges.
Yeah.
So basically, if you hear it, just don't look.
Hear it and you see something in the corner of your eye, they say not to
To look. Just keep going.
yeah.
Ignore it.
Because if she knows that she's there, kind of thing, and she'd be like, oh,
That's what gets. That sounds so weird. That's what gets ghosts to follow you. It's
like,
like,
"Oh, you
you
can see
acknowledge
me."
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
Kinda
oh,
thing.
okay.
I was like, I like you. And she'll
Yeah.
come back. I was like, I'll come back to you for tonight. Kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
That reminds me of like there's this girl on TikTok, and she has one of those machines that pick up like ghosts saying things,
Uh-huh.
and she lives in I don't know if it's a house or an apartment or whatever that is haunted. Or
Isn't that
whatever.
Selena chick?
The big one?
Yeah.
No,
the
no, 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 no.
Oh,
This is a different girl.
Oh, okay.
It's like you wouldn't think she was. I mean, I don't know. It's weird, but yeah, she has that machine, and every once in a while, it would pick up a ghost saying something, and she'll be like getting ready for work or whatever, and she'll listen and be like talking back to it,
Yeah.
whatever. Like if they say death or whatever, she'd be like, yeah, death. What of it?
There are some people who do like have haunted items like that, because there was a girl I followed on TikTok where she collects haunted dolls and she kind of just lives with them. She like makes friends with them,
Yeah.
and they'll like talk to her every now and then, or like you'll see in her videos like they'll move and
No.
stuff like a little bit, and she kind of just lives with it. And she knows like certain dolls don't like each other, so she puts them in certain areas. And then yeah, I don't know. Some people are crazy like that, but she'll like talk to them like that every now
No,
and then.
thank you. No, thank you.
Yeah. No.
No.
That's
I'm okay.
weird. This one. Oh. Go away.
I'm interrupting. You're interrupting me.
Yeah.
Have we met?
At least she acknowledges it.
That's why people say millennials cannot take shit seriously. Because see how what we do? We can't take shit seriously.
We'll be Brenda. We're Brenda in Scary Movie. It's just a skeleton kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, she'll just
Or like you see the ones where they go to the scary houses, the haunted houses, and they play like white girl music, and they're just like, and they're dancing because of like they're scared, but at the same time they just want to see what would like happen,
yeah.
kind of thing.
Mm-mm.
And
No,
I'm
thank
just like, no, I'm okay. Yeah, y'all don't have to do that.
Yeah, no. I don't like
okay.
being scared. So those people who enjoy getting scared like that, it's like I don't know what's wrong with you.
Yeah, no.
I get it. It's probably like an adrenaline rush or whatever. But no thanks.
No, man, we were at my trip that I was at. Me and my friend, we were watching Haunting of Hill House. Let me tell you, this friend, he was so stressed out. He was stress eating. Like, what the hell? It was, I think, a total of like 10 episodes. I think each episode is like an hour long, and this man is stress eating. Like, he's just like, I know what's coming. Like eating. And he's just like, just pop up. I know you're coming. And then finally, like the scene will pop up, and he'll be like, oh, okay. Okay. And then continue eating. I know what's coming. And he'll be like, did you see that? Did you see that in the corner? Oh my god, this is funny.
Yeah, no.
Cannot. Yeah, nope. It was both me and him. We were both stressing on that.
Yeah,
Can't
no
do
thank
it.
you. No thank you. I think I've only been to like one somewhat haunted house before when I was like younger. I was like maybe what? 15? 14, 15? But it was just what like those churches put
Like,
up, and you just go in there and they scare you about like real life situations or whatever, and then later they pray with you and try to get you saved.
Yeah.
Type of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
I
was
went once.
Yeah, that was like the only one that I went. I think that I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went once, and I was just like, it's coming. I know it's coming. Just do it. Kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like the scary stuff they were talking about. That part wasn't scary. It was more of just whenever random people will just jump scare you.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah, and it doesn't help that they kind of herd you through, and so it's just boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, they're kind of like shoving you along.
Yeah,
So it's like they create the chaos and panic to scare you.
yeah,
So it's just kind of like, ugh,
yeah.
So, I don't know.
I don't think I could go through one because if I do, I have to be able to hit them.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
That's you and your cousin. I could totally see that.
I'll be like, if you want me to go and you got me to sign a liability, I need you to sign a liability too. Because I got to get out.
Yeah.
That just reminds me of Tiffany Haddish where Ellen took her to the haunted show, a haunted little maze thing, and she's like, "This is the best thing because this is where I can vent all my anger," you know.
Oh my god.
So she was all like screaming and yelling at the people.
Oh my god.
She's like, "Get off my face!" Oh, and then after she's like, "Whew, that was good," kind of thing. She was just like, "What?" But yeah, it was just. Yeah, I would not be able to do those things.
Like when me and Mai went to New Orleans, I think was it the last night we were there? I don't remember. I think maybe at the second to last night we were there. I think me and Mai were the only ones in that mansion. Well, it was not really a mansion, but
The big house.
the
It was
bed
a big
and
house.
breakfast. So there's multiple rooms.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't think the owner of the house lives
there?
there. I think she comes in because she thinks she works as a nurse, I think. But she's there in the morning because she's making, the breakfast part. And so I always see her in, like, scrubs and stuff. But, like, counting the rooms and looking at the layout of the house, and I'm like, there's no way that she lives here. Because the big room down at the bottom is the office.
Oh.
And she has that locked all the time. And so, she gives everybody keys to the house. And so I'm like, so I don't think she stays here. And I think
She could be like next door or something.
I don't
Yeah.
know. But I'm just like, I don't know. But me and Mai had a feeling that we were probably the only one in that bed and breakfast at that time. Because we went during, Monday through Friday. And so we got there when some people were leaving.
Yeah.
And then we were leaving when some people were coming in. And so I want to say like maybe Wednesday, Thursday, I want to say this is what happened. And New Orleans is
Haunted.
haunted. Yeah, it's like
They got vampires over there.
yeah, New Orleans, that's just a mixture of all spirituality crap that's happening. Okay. And so we stayed at that place and we went downstairs to go find, I think like spoons or something. I forgot what we were doing. But we went downstairs towards the kitchen area to find like spoons or napkins or something. And the layout of the house is when you walk into the house, on the left side, there's a door that opens up to the big office area. Okay. And then next to that door is the grand staircase that goes up and then it curves to the right. And then there's rooms on the top right, and then it curves to the left upstairs, and there's more rooms that way upstairs to the left. Okay. When you're at the door, on your right-hand side is like a mini living room, I guess you can say, where people can sit. The further you walk, when you walk into the door, further right in front of you, it's going to be like a little pantry way that enters into the kitchen.
Okay.
And then the living room shares a wall with the dining room. So the dining room is right next to the living room on the right-hand side.
Okay.
But there's just a wall that's just like there that kind of separates it. And so we walked downstairs and then I was just like, it'd be really creepy if something is like somewhere on to the right because over there is dark and there's mirrors and there's a bunch of shit over there. So I'm trying not to look over there because I know myself. I'm like, I'm going to freak myself out. And so I'm sitting by the stairs waiting for Mai because she went to the pantry area to grab whatever she was needing to grab. And up against the wall, there was cabinets on the wall. And she was talking to me, and I'm like looking around. And then she's looking at me. And I didn't see it. But she's all like, Melissa, and she goes, and her eyes open really big. And I go, don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Just come over here. Don't tell me because she's facing me, so she's looking to the left where the living room and the dining room is.
Okay.
And so she looks over there and she's all, and I'm like, don't tell me.
Let's go back upstairs.
Don't tell me what it is. Let's just go upstairs. Just go upstairs. And so we go upstairs, and then I don't know, for some reason, maybe it's just me because she did that, but like that night I did not sleep well, and I felt something on the bed. And I told I was like, hey, you need to come up here and sleep with me. Because something freaked me out, and I need you to come sleep up here with me. Because we were sleeping I slept on the queen bed, and she slept on like a little cot on the edge of the bed, because I think this is when she was having some like
medical issues.
And she had to sleep a certain way, and so she needed more room.
Yeah.
And so she was sleeping on a cot, and so I got scared in the middle of the night because I felt something on the bed, and so I got up and I crawled over on the bed. I crawled over like this to her, and she opened up her eyes and she goes, "Bitch, you scared me." She's like, "I felt your presence, and I look up and you're just over me." And I was like, "You need to come sleep with me right now." Like right now. And then, because I think she favors the right side of the bed. And I don't really have a favor of the bed side, you know. I'll sleep on the side. But the right side was in the corner. I told her, and I go, "No, you're not taking the right. You're not taking the right hand side. I'm so sorry, but no, you're not taking the right hand side." And she's like, "Okay, fine." And so she slept on the
edge.
on the edge.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. And then later on, when we actually came home, I asked her, I was like, "What happened? What did you see?" Now that we're like out
Yeah.
of the place, because I told her, I was like, "Did you feel like we were alone in the house?" And she goes, "Yeah, I think we were alone, because usually we can hear other people in the rooms or like walking around and stuff, but for some reason that night it was just super quiet." And so I was like, "What did you see?" And she goes, "I was getting my stuff, and then I turned to look at you, and in the corner of my eye, I saw a few cabinets like open on its own out of nowhere." And so that's why she was like, "Melissa." God. And then she like turned, and I was like, let's just go. And so that's when we went upstairs.
Imagine the ghosts are just trying to find stuff in the middle of the night too.
And
be like, and be like, "What is wrong with these bitches? I'm hungry too."
Yeah. But yeah, just the way the angles of like when you walk into this house, I'm just kind of like, that's where if I was a ghost, I would stand. So I'm not.
If I was a ghost, that's where I would stand.
I'm not going to even look at it. Okay, I'm not. So.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, like even like the upstairs part, like the way it wraps around the house, because it wraps into you, and I'm just kind of like I was like, let's go check it out. This is how I die. And so one night, yeah, I kind of got out of the room and I was just walking around because I heard people, so I was like, okay, so it's not just us. And so I'm gonna go snoop around. So I went snooping around, and I'm like looking at the rooms. I'm like, how are there so many rooms when the layout of the house is not that big? And I'm like, I'm gonna go back downstairs. I'm not.
My mind's gonna wander. So
She don't want to go into some random open door that like encouraged you to come in.
Yeah.
Typical.
Like, no, it's okay. So, but that was my New Orleans scare.
ghost scare. Nope. No, thank you. Like I said, I have been lucky enough to not have had any encounters with anything supernatural. So, but it seems like everybody else around me has.
But
Not
yeah.
you? Have you?
The only thing was at that so and so's house.
Oh.
When she did a lot of sleepovers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
and then ever since then, yeah, their house has like been very uncomfortable.
Mm,
So
I see. Yeah, nope. I've been very lucky. And I think the cosmos that it's been sparing me this whole time. The only thing close I ever did was during Grandma's funeral.
oh
And
my
how
god,
the
there were
boys-
so many things going on. at her
Yeah,
place.
yeah, her place.
Did your mom instinct felt like something was wrong?
Yes,
Or
and that's
like there
why.
was something uncomfortable there.
Yeah, that's why she came and got me when she was.
Who, mom?
Yeah, mom.
Oh,
Mom was also
Oh.
like, watch your kids.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Oh.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, she found me, and grabbed me, and she's like, "You need to watch your boys." And I'm like, "Which one?" She's like, the two little ones." I'm like, "Oh, okay." She's like, "Yeah, because earlier one of them kept saying that they kept seeing something in the garage." And there's
Yeah,
nothing
because I
there.
remember Charles said that too. Because one of them took him over there
Yeah.
and said something about that, and he was just like, "Let's just go
Yeah.
back," kind of thing. I remember that he told us that.
Yeah, it was probably nothing. Let's go. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I was just like. But then again, I was never really comfortable at her house anyway, like to begin with.
No, I mean, honestly, I've never felt anything supernatural there at all. The only reason why I would feel uneasy is because when I was younger, I would always have that aunt scare me with her doll. That's about it.
Yeah, no, I didn't mind being there. It's just, I think when you're by yourself, or like when we spend the night, those were probably the harder parts. Like I didn't really like enjoying.
No, yeah.
But yeah, that was it for my Japanese urban legend. That's also why in Japan they highly encourage people not to interact with each other or do any interactions like in the subways and stuff and in the transits because that's where most ghosts are.
Oh, is that why they're quiet? And
Yeah, they quiet, and then if something happens, they don't intervene
Oh, because you never know.
because
if
you never
it's-
know who's real and who's not, kind of thing. Because there is a story of a foreign person interacting that they did something on the subway, and they interacted with someone, and those people were just like they didn't want to be involved, kind of thing.
Oh.
I don't want to curse my family for
And I think it's
generations
like
to come.
I think it was called like I don't like it involved something like with a sister or something, and it followed that person home, kind of thing.
Dang.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, thank you.
That's like the many stories that my dad said that like when a lot of Hmong people moved to like California, you know, like that's where like most of them are. And then like to travel from one city to another when he was being a hoe, he was telling me that him and his homeboys were all 10 of them will go into a little like a four-door car and all jam pack in there to go to each city to hit up girls. But he said that they always made sure to not pick up any random Hmong people that they saw on the side of the road. And then they said, my dad said that there's a specific part of a highway out there that I guess so many Hmong people have died because of car accidents and all that. So my dad says that they don't talk in Hmong, they don't listen to Hmong music, because if they do, they will encounter.
They'll attract the spirit.
Encounter those Hmong spirits.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a lot of stories. Like the one that I remember is like basically two guy friends. They go and they're gonna go like talk to girls, or they're you know how they usually do. And then they encountered some girl on the side of the street, Hmong girl, or I think no, they were at a gas station, and she asked for like a ride, and they're like, yeah, sure. And then like I guess something happened, and it ended up being that like that it was just a ghost that they brought in with them, because he did bring her all the way home, and then he said, oh hey, I brought your daughter back. She was at an XYZ gas station, and I just got chills, goosebumps. And then he was like, oh, my daughter passed away already, like XYZ years ago already. Yeah. And so he had to like have some kind of like shaman ritual or something to help cleanse him, help him.
Yeah.
But it's like it wasn't a bad deed. He just thought he was helping.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so that was kind of sad. But
because I mean there's a similar Japanese story like that too, but it's a taxi guy, and he picked up a girl in the rain. into his
Oh.
back seat. Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
remember
then
one
she
like that.
disappears, but his seat is like wet.
No,
face.
thank you.
And he just like was he was shocked.
Yeah, that's why they say like a lot of Hmong people say like if you hear anything or if you like if you hear your name being called especially and all that stuff, don't answer. If you hear anything, just ignore and keep going.
And don't whistle at night.
Yes, but then your family likes to whistle a lot at night.
I don't.
Oh, that's the brother.
That's probably the brothers, but not me.
I know, but I'm just saying that they like to do that a lot.
I was like, it's been
and
a
the
while
mom
since
was
I
like,
whistled.
stop.
I'm like, do I do that? I don't think I
Sometimes
do.
you do.
Sometimes you do.
Do I?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
I don't remember you ever.
I stopped saying it because you guys do it so much.
rare. Yeah, it's rare for her, but every now and then sometimes she'll whistle.
Oh, yeah. No, I just remember when people were saying that don't whistle at night, and then it reminded me because like over in the Appalachia Mountains.
Oh,
Yeah,
don't even get
people-
started with Appalachians.
I'm on that on TikTok, and I'm like, why am I on
Yeah.
What
Appalachia
do you mean?
TikTok? Like, why?
Like the scary and urban legends and stuff that
What
happened
happened
in
in
the
the Appalachians?
yeah
area?
the Appalachian Mountains.
What does that have to do with the whistling though?
They do that.
They over there they say that too. Be like, don't whistle. Because
Yeah.
if you
Oh.
whistle, they'll come get you.
Yeah,
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of thing. And people will
There are
like,
lots
record
of
it.
stories that happen. Yeah, and then I hear stories. And I'm just like,
Yeah, like well, people will record it, and then you can hear like somebody else whistling out in the out
either
in the
whistling or
distance.
you'll hear stuff.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden it'll go like really quiet, like. And I'll just kind of like the hell,
Like no birds, nothing.
nothing.
Yeah,
It's
it's,
it'll
like,
go
dead
really
silent.
quiet, and then like the comments or not the comments, the captions. I don't know if it's fake. I don't care, but the captions are like, I don't. That my neighbor is like 5 miles away from me or something like that. So, who would be whistling?
Yeah, they
out
say
there.
don't whistle and stuff like that. And I believe that even though I think it's like urban legends, but people that live near there, they say that you don't do that.
Nope. You
Yeah,
don't.
that and they
so-
also like encourage you not to open any doors or anything over there
After nightfall, yeah, they're
Yeah.
like, you better get your butt inside.
Yeah.
because there are beings in there. Because
People
I
get-
think there was a story of that, but it involved I think 2 girls in a car in the forest or whatnot.
People get lost out there, man. It's a
nothing
whole
to
dimension on
mess
its
with.
own. I don't
Yeah,
know.
because I think at that one point in that story, their car wasn't starting.
Oh,
Because it was like, but they drove that car there, and so they didn't want to get out of the car, but they ended up getting out of the car, and they saw stuff, and they went in, and the car wouldn't start, and then they were hearing stuff around their car.
First of all, why are you going out there? There's nothing but woods out there.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was like, I wouldn't have left out of the car.
And then suddenly their car was able to turn back on like normal
Like after.
after that horror incident that they had, and then they were able to leave.
yeah. Nope.
The way I would have been like, what's the sharpest thing next to me? Like, where's a pen or a pencil or screwdriver or something?
I've been converted, but best believe I will. That is also the what you call it, the colonizer's religion. And if some shit go real down, I will probably instinctually go back to like the Huaning. I probably would. But like, what the hell is she doing? Like, girl, like in the Chinese movie.
That's like
That's
that.
not the word. I'm serious. That because like that's what they do. That's what the shaman people do. The shaman people do, when they are fighting against like other demons, ghosts, or entities. They bring out their sword. Like
You know, for
legit.
that, do they like for shamans if they ever encounter other religious like beings like from other religions?
Not that I'm
that
aware
works,
of.
you know?
I almost want to say that it's kind of like, you know how Marvel has their own universes.
Yeah.
I want to say that all of those are in their own realms. But because I've never heard of anybody say anything like that. But then I also know,
Kind of like if
Like-
a Hmong shaman encounters like a skinwalker kind of thing.
yeah,
You know.
I think it's probably our version of it. That's why I said like it's our universe.
Mm-hmm.
Because there are our version of skinwalkers,
Skinwalkers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
That's
vampires and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was just like, oh, interesting. Or like they just see each other, but like, what's up? Okay. And then you know how to do their own thing. Like just our version and their version kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Well, I think that like
That was so little rod coated.
I mean, honestly, that's how he is sometimes when he sees things. He's just
Yeah.
like, "What's up?" kind of thing. He's immune to it, kind of thing.
Well, because it's kind of like he's leaving them alone, they're leaving him alone.
Yeah,
that's
he's
why.
like, as long as you don't bother me,
Yeah.
then we're fine.
I think, like I said, I think it's more of like it's just my own personal understanding of it is that if they kind of just leave things alone, like leave it be.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they don't like say or like try to fight it. You know, like not provoke it. So yeah, like oh my gosh, like this episode is you're trying to finish this episode, but I'm just thinking about all these other things. I guess we'll save it for the next couple episodes because I was like, yeah.
It's like it's Halloween, so
Yeah, because I remember I was telling you guys I went to go visit my parents recently.
stuff happened.
No, he was telling me about some more things, like how he said that, like, there's this thing that happened to my family, and he said that if you're a real shaman, if you're really a shaman, when you come in, it's kind of like Matrix. I already know why you're here, kind of deal.
Okay.
So, like, he was just like, telling me about that story, and I was like, oh, interesting. And also, I found out that in my family's lineage, I mean, I already knew like, the women are very powerful, but he was saying, like, they're really powerful even after death, so.
Okay.
Anyway, go ahead, take it away, Molly.
Okay, well, that ends my episode, although it was pretty long. Hopefully y'all didn't get scared of the story because you guys, I mean, if you can look it up and see what she looked like.
At your own risk.
And the sound. We couldn't find it, but I'll eventually find it. But yeah, you guys have a safe night tonight with the trick-or-treating, if those who are going trick-or-treating.
And don't acknowledge anything that you hear that you can't see.
Yes.
Yes, and watch your kids. Cause
You
they
think you
will
heard it?
run.
No, you didn't.
Check the candies. You know these crazy people.
Yeah.
But yep, you guys have a nice night. Bye.
Bye. Bye.